The opening ceremony for the National Games has just started in Guangzhou. Viewers can watch the live broadcast on TVB Jade. President Xi Jinping is attending the event, with security around the ceremony's premises having noticeably increased. Besides the nation's top leadership, several Hong Kong celebrities are making an appearance at the gala. Timothy Lee takes us back earlier today as the final preparations were underway.
Taking place at the Guangdong Olympic Stadium, the level of security and traffic control around the area have dramatically strengthened to facilitate the opening ceremony of the National Games. President Xi Jinping, who will announce the start of the Games, will be joined by Chief Executive John Lee as he leads a Hong Kong delegation. This attendee says she looks forward to the musical performances tonight and is particularly excited about how the organizers will arrange singers from Hong Kong, Macau, and the Greater Bay Area to create a uniquely Cantonese atmosphere. The occasion marks the first time a National Games opening ceremony being jointly organized by the three regions, with most performances in the gala consisting of elements from all three areas. With dreams of the future being a key theme of the event, the ceremony aims to showcase the nation's unity by selecting elements from the Guangdong cultural region, such as lion dances, Cantonese opera, and Wing Chun-style martial arts. Besides the more traditional aspects of southern China, the event will also incorporate a musical mixture of the past and present. Cantonese opera legends such as Hong Kong's Lisa Wong Ming-chun will perform all-time classics, while Cantopop superstars, including Andy Lau, Joey Young, and Mike Zhang, will bring a more contemporary flair to the arena. Timothy Lee, TVB News.
The observatory says Feng Wang will enter within 800 kilometers of Hong Kong around noon tomorrow. Standby signal number 1 will be issued in the afternoon. At 8 p.m., Feng Wang was centered about 180 kilometers northeast of Manila. It's forecast to turn northwards over the northeastern part of the South China Sea. On Wednesday, Hong Kong will likely see its closest approach, sweeping past at about 400 kilometers to the east. The weather forecaster will assess the need for issuing higher tropical cyclone warning signals on Tuesday, depending on the storm's proximity and the change in local wind conditions. Disruptions to air travel continued across the U.S. on Saturday. This as the country's ongoing government shutdown caused mounting travel woes and raised alarm among airline officials. Still, U.S. Senate Majority Leader John Thune said bipartisan talks to end the shutdown had taken a positive turn. Daniel Rao tells us more.
The U.S. government shutdown, which has reached a record 39 days, has led to shortages of air traffic controllers who, like other federal employees, have not been paid for weeks. U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy said it was possible he could require 20% cuts in air traffic if more controllers stopped showing up for work. The U.S. Federal Aviation Administration said there were air traffic control staffing issues affecting 42 airport towers and other centers, which delayed flights in at least 12 major U.S. cities on Saturday. These included Atlanta, San Francisco, Chicago, and New York. Some 1,500 flights were cancelled and 6,000 flights were delayed. Meanwhile, U.S. senators are working through the weekend for the first time since the government shutdown began more than a month ago, hoping to find a bipartisan resolution that has eluded them so far. U.S. Senate Majority Leader John Thune suggested the talks had taken a positive turn.
And so I'm glad to see Democrats, after 38 days, back down from the maximalist and frankly insane position they've held since September. The Democrat leader's proposal is a non-starter for the Republican majority. The Democrat leader wants to believe that this is a, quote, simple proposal, that it is some sort of compromise, but it is not.
Still, the workday ended with no deals announced. The U.S. Senate is to try to end the deadlock again with a rare Sunday session. U.S. President Donald Trump's administration has cited air traffic control problems as Republicans try to pressure Senate Democrats to back what they call a clean government funding bill with no strings attached. Democrats blame the shutdown on a Republican refusal to negotiate over health insurance subsidies that will expire at the end of this year. Dan Rao, TV News.
Welcome back. A powerful tornado in Brazil's southern state of Paraná has killed 6 people, including a 14-year-old girl, and injured hundreds more, with dozens of homes destroyed. The tornado hit Paraná Friday night with speeds of 250 kilometers per hour, downing trees, overturning vehicles, and lifting roofs off several structures. The government declared an emergency in the region. This local resident said it was truly a warlike scene. Total destruction in our city, with more than 80% severely damaged. The government said that more than 750 people, including children and pregnant women, had received medical attention, with at least 10 undergoing surgery, 9 in serious condition. On social media, Brazilian President Luiz Inácio Lula da Silva expressed solidarity with the victims, his cabinet dispatching emergency assistance to the area. President Rodrigo Paz was sworn in as Bolivia's new leader. Paz ended 20 years of one-party rule in the South American country. The conservative took his oath of office, having pushed out socialists in recent elections. Paz was given the presidential sash and medals as he was sworn in by the vice president. The 58-year-old has promised capitalism for all and says the country will open up to the world. Several regional leaders were at the event. Later, he took to the balcony of the Palacio Quemado, the presidential palace, waving to enthusiastic supporters. He was joined by his wife Maria and their 4 children, telling those below it is time to stop the stagnation. Bolivia's economy is at its lowest point in 40 years and experiences chronic fuel shortages. Authorities in Tanzania have charged hundreds of people with treason over demonstrations around disputed polls last month. This comes as a major escalation of political tension as the country reels from violence in which an unknown number of people were killed. In addition to dozens criminally charged in Dar es Salaam, dozens more face similar treason charges elsewhere in the East African nation, according to numerous charge sheets that became publicly available Saturday. Wanted suspects include influential preacher Josephat Gwajima, who had his church deregistered earlier this year after he criticized the government over rights abuses. Police also issued arrest warrants for some of the top opposition officials who hadn't yet been jailed. This as Tanzania's Vice President, Emmanuel Nchimbi, announced that the government of President Samia Suluhu Hassan has taken steps to restore harmony. New public hospital service fees will take effect on New Year's Day. During an exclusive interview with TVB News, Chief Executive of the Hospital Authority, Libby Lee, said they have been handling over 1,000 inquiries per day concerning fee waivers recently. Samantha Lee tells us more.
Under the public healthcare fee revamp, A&E departments at public hospitals will charge a standard fee of $400, except for urgent and semi-urgent patients. This is in addition to a fee hike for most of the subsidized medical services. Residents facing financial hardship when settling the charges can apply for full or partial fee waivers. Speaking with TVB News, Chief Executive of the Hospital Authority Libby Lee noted that at least 100 residents have applied for a fee exemption so far. With the fees reform just less than 2 months away, she said the government is studying further support measures, such as adjusting daytime and nighttime appointment slots for the general outpatient clinics. Currently, around 1/3 of the clinics open until 10 p.m. She hopes to add more evening booking slots so as to facilitate patients who want to see a doctor after work. Meanwhile, health officials just announced an extension of free storage period for bodies in public hospitals' mortuaries, after a backlash from the public and stakeholders. Lee made it clear that the purpose of the mortuary charge was not intended to generate revenue for the government.
Our aim is to shorten the stays for the deceased body in our hospital authority mortuary to facilitate that. It is both for the thinking for the deceased body, for the respect, and also for the family and friends, for them how to manage the death of their beloved ones. And so this is why we are thinking about that.
Samantha Lee, TVB News.
Today is the International Day of Persons with Disabilities. To commemorate the occasion, eligible individuals and their carers are able to board public transport on both land and sea free of charge without a limit. Some organizations suggested the discount be applied more regularly to encourage disabled individuals to go out more often. Timothy Lee reports.
Many residents eagerly participated in the special discount scheme this morning, with this parent bringing her wheelchair-bound daughter on a family trip to Cheongchao. She said she's persuaded to visit the island with her child today, since others with similar conditions will be there to accompany her. Organizations such as the Hong Kong Council of Social Service have jointly organized a free public transport day for individuals with disabilities every November, which incorporate modes of transport including the MTR, trams, buses, and ferries. Such individuals must display documents confirming their condition as well as an Octopus card. The discount also applies to one carer for each individual. However, the scheme does not cover the first class of the MTR's East Rail line, the high-speed rail, and the Kowloon Motor Bus's HK1 route. Public transport fees for disabled individuals usually cost $2, but their carers are required to pay the full price. Some social workers hope the discount scheme can be rolled out on a regular basis, which can encourage disabled residents to travel more often. Timothy Lee, TVB News.
The natural poplar trees in Kashgar have earned the southern Xinjiang region its first 5A-rated national forest park. This development has improved local lives by creating new job opportunities. Sakura Ip was in Xinjiang to check it out.
As autumn arrives, a golden hue blankets the poplar trees in Zepu County. Photographers and tourists flock to capture the stunning scenery on their cameras and smartphones. Despite a 3-hour bus ride from downtown, a group of retirees from Shanghai is undeterred. Ms. Chen remarked that Xinjiang's beauty far surpasses that of metropolitan Shanghai, praising the warm hospitality of the locals. Spanning 40,000 acres, the Jinhuyang National Forest Park features lush poplar trees thriving along the Yangkang River, a rare oasis in the desert. This river originates from the Kunlun Mountain, where snow melts into spring water. There are 6 counties nearby depending on this river. Planning for the National Forest Park began in 2007, and local farmers have since launched new businesses, including restaurants and cafes. A 26-year-old local, after receiving government training, now works in a boat rental business, earning a monthly salary of 3,000 yuan. He noted that his new job has improved locals' life, as his wife also drives electric vehicles for tourists. The park currently boasts 8 farm-based restaurants, each generating an average annual income of around 100,000 yuan. Every household now owns a car. Autumn is peak season, with the park attracting up to 15,000 visitors in a single day during Golden Week. The park guide reviewed plans for new infrastructure, including a lakeside biking trail and additional guest houses to enhance visitors' experience. Sakura, TVB News, Xinjiang.
That's the news. Thanks for watching. A reminder to our viewers, tomorrow's main news will start at 10 p.m. after showing the national games. Bye for now.